Start with this. We're less than 100 days away from the election and the rhetoric heating up on the campaign trail. Donald Trump continuing his appeal for Bernie Sanders supporters, while Hillary Clinton slams Trump's view of America. Let's listen.
And then when they showed Bernie very angry, they're talking about Bernie because he made a bad deal. He should have not made a deal. He would have gone down and done something really important. Once he made that deal, and believe me, he has buyer's remorse. You know, this guy has buyer's remorse. He looked at that, and he was so angry when they were talking about him, and his people are angry at him, and they should be. If he would have just not done anything, just go home, go to sleep, relax, he would have been a hero. But he made a deal with the devil.
He has said so many things that I profoundly, vehemently disagree with. And for the life of me, I don't know why someone runs to be President of the United States who thinks and says, we never win anymore. Our country is full of losers. Well, he could not be more wrong.
This comes as Hillary Clinton takes the lead in the latest CNN ORC poll. Clinton is up 9 points, 52% to Trump's 43%. Can she maintain this lead? Let's bring in David Wohl, political analyst and Trump supporter, and Richard Fowler, a radio talk show host. David, let me start with you. Essentially, Trump needs to stop stepping into traps that the Democrats are laying for him, or even just stepping into things that they don't even set for him, in order to really focus on her record and the Obama record.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's got so many unbelievable points that he can beat her on as far as substance goes. I agree with you, Dagan. There's some issues, but Trump is Trump, and people like him because he's the anti-politician. And when he said yesterday that Hillary made a deal, or rather Bernie made a deal with the devil, what he's discussing is that, you know, Bernie was the victim, a documented victim of a vast left-wing conspiracy by the DNC to destroy him. He gets to the convention. This is all proven by the WikiLeaks release of the emails. He gets there and he says, well, he shrugs his shoulders. He says, oh, well, I guess I'll just cave and support Hillary. I mean, that's extraordinary considering the unbelievable battle he went through, that his millions of supporters went through, that he could have been the nominee had this conspiracy not taken place. And so that's what Trump's talking about. She has got a 70% dishonesty rating right now. And in the end, when you get through all this garbage that the mainstream media is spewing about the Mr. Khan and his son, you get to the issues that really count. When you talk jobs, national security, immigration, I think he's going to win on those issues, because in the end, can you elect someone who you can't trust?
Richard, should Hillary Clinton consider herself a little bit lucky at this point that Donald Trump keeps making these mistakes and there isn't more of a spotlight on what she's proposing and on top of President Obama's record?
Well, thanks for having me, Dagan. Number one, I think Donald Trump's, Hillary Clinton's approval ratings are only beaten by Donald Trump's disapproval ratings, which are just even higher than hers, number one. And number two, more importantly, here's the problem with the Trump campaign. The Trump campaign is not a well-oiled machine, which is why Donald Trump keeps putting his foot in his mouth. And every time he does it, more and more Republicans say, oh, we don't want anything to do with them. Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell were like, ooh, this is getting dicey. Over and over again, you see that happening in this whole let Trump be Trump. But what the American people are looking for are real solutions to real problems, and Trump hasn't really laid any of those out. If he really wants to win this election, the Donald Trump campaign has to focus on new ideals, moving America forward, creating jobs. You can't go around making fun of Gold Star families. You can't go around saying horrible things or horrendous things about Muslims or horrendous things about judges. Over and over again, he does this to himself.
Richard, I want to just repeat something you said, that Donald Trump needs to focus on new ideas. Because Hillary Clinton's not really focusing on new ideas. It's more of what President Obama has done in 7.5 years that's given us growth that's the weakest since at least 1949.
Yeah, and Dagan, you know, she's promised 4 more years of Mr. Obama, and Donald Trump is the one who's proposing ending the Trans-Pacific Partnership, bringing jobs back to America, penalizing people who want to leave America with their jobs. putting strict limitations and strict vetting procedures on Muslims who want to immigrate to America from hotbeds of Islamic terrorism. Now, that's common sense policy that the vast majority of Americans support. And that was at the root of the whole Mr. Khan controversy, is that he wants to stop people from coming to America.
No, the root of the Mr. Khan controversy.
I have to stop you there. I have to stop you both there. Listen, the reason people were upset about the comments about the Khan family is because it came across as if Donald Trump was attacking a family who lost a son in combat, period. And that's really the end of it. That's really why people are upset.
And of course he wasn't doing that.
Well, that's how people interpreted it.
Right.
And I want to get David in here. I want to get David in here.
I'm tougher on my own side because I know what the Democrats are going to do. Hillary's going to recycle. David, please, when you get to the meeting, the Khan controversy is over. Bernie lost. It's done and gone. The American people don't care about Bernie anymore. They don't care about the WikiLeaks emails when it comes to Bernie. No, they don't, David.
But his supporters are important.
David, let me finish.
Let
me finish. All right? 65 to 68 million is the number. The millions that voted for Trump are already in his camp. Let's think political strategy and moving on to the next story. It's time to get past the tit for tat. The WikiLeaks and Bernie are gone. Debbie Wasserman Schultz had her thumb on the scale. Who cares? It's done. It's within the Democrat Party. The vision for America has to come from Trump. The specifics have to come from Trump. The tweets have to guide people to the website where the specifics of the tax plan, the immigration plan need to be put up there. We've got to focus on the bigger picture or Trump will lose the election.
Richard, that's your game. That's your political game plan right there.
Listen, there's never been a time in my life where I agree with David Webb, ever. Today I do. I think David is 100% right. The Trump campaign has got to focus on real ideals. They lost an entire week during the RNC because they spent all this time attacking Hillary Clinton and they spent no time laying out ideals besides they're going to repeal the TPP. But guess what? Hillary Clinton has also said that she's going to vote against the TPP and she'll stand against the TPP. So there's nothing new there. You gain nothing from that. So the Republicans, no, she said it. It's in the Democratic platform.
The day before she agreed with the TPP.
And she said it in her speech. And she said it in her nominating speech.
She's flip-flopping back and forth with the political wins, Richard.
She has not. She has had the same position since January 1st.
She's had both of the same positions on most issues for her entire life.
Well, Richard, she's had that position since she's been running for the Democratic nomination.
And everybody's able to change their position. I mean, Donald Trump has changed position on many things.
When she was Secretary of State,
the laundry list.
She put it to.
And Barack Obama.
She helped put the TPP together.
He's not on the ballot, David.
He's fighting for it right now. He's fighting for it right now. He's bringing in international dignitaries to try to support it.
President Barack Obama is not on the ballot.
All right, we have to go. But she called it the gold standard when she was Secretary of State. I'm talking about TPP and talked about it 45 times positively. So there, I got the final word. But gentlemen, you're welcome to come back anytime you'd like. David Wohl, Richard Fowler agreeing with David Webb. There you go.